Hey y'all, my name is Imani. I go by It Girl Mani on all of my social media platforms. And in this video, this is going to be a watch me work as I do some Alicia Keys inspired freestyle braids on myself. So stay tuned. Honestly, before recording this video, I was going back and forth about what type of braids that I wanted to do. I had been looking for a couple days at doing some small knotless braids. I thought about doing a style I saw called lemonade Fulani braids and also tribal braids. But it just got to the point where I said, you know what, let me just do some freestyle braids. So right here, I have already washed, conditioned, deep conditioned, and blow dried my hair. This is my starting point. And what you can see is that I've sectioned off one part of 4, which is going to be 4 by the end of it. And then within each section, I am going to just do whatever designs that come to mind. I have also separated my edges or baby hairs from what I want to braid for styling purposes and also to alleviate any additional tension. You don't want to put, tension on those smaller hairs while you're braiding. So the first braid that I'm going to do is just going to kind of be like a curved braid. It's going to curve around my hairline to what is called the nape of my head or the back of my head. And I want to quickly explain the reason why I'm working in sections. So the reason I chose to work in sections, was just a method that I came up with in order to not run out of space in the back. So when you're doing straight back braids, the main thing you want to be mindful of is that the space of hair that you have on your hairline is a lot bigger than the space of hair that you have at the back of your neck or at the nape of your head. So you want to just make sure that everything is sectioned off and you work within that section, because if you just start braiding and going back and going back and going back, you'll run out of space in the back and you won't have a place to put all of your other braids. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, don't feel free to ask me in the comment section, but that's the best way that I can put it for right now. And you'll see later on in the video more of a depiction of that. And I also made it a point to just remove any small hairs that braid was pulling on, because I don't want to pull on anything. Alright, so here I've decided what type of design I wanted to do. I want to braid some braids going up and then going back, and then other braids I'll just braid going back. This braid I'm going to braid going up first. And this is just one of those things that you have to see to believe. A lot of people don't believe that I do my own hair, that I can do something like this because of how detailed it is. But you can see it here clear as day that I'm braiding upwards on my own head. It is very difficult to do, but it is possible with some practice. So I've practiced this before with previous styles, and at this point I think I have it down. So I'm just using this technique on myself for this style where I'm braiding upwards, and then I'm going to take this braid and go back. Now you can see this first section is done and how it came along. I'm going to now part out a second section by going in the middle, making a part in the middle of my head all the way back, and then I'll just work within the second section any designs that I choose to do. And I'm going to stick with the same thing that I did in the first one. I'm not going to make it completely identical to what I did, but I'm just going to freestyle with the same pattern in mind of going up and then back. If you have made it this far in the video, make sure that you like and subscribe, and also stay tuned for what's to come. Some things you'll need to do a style like this is definitely a rat tail comb. You'll need clips. You'll need some braiding gel if you would like to use some. And 2 mirrors, which you see I'm using here so that I'm able to see the front and back of my head. So I have a mirror in front of me and I have a mirror behind me so that I can see what's going on. Anytime that you do braids on yourself, you'll always need 2 mirrors. I am now halfway done, and you see that I have just as much space left than the space that I have used in the back of my head, so that I'm not going to run out of any space. And this is a close-up of how the braids are coming along, really pretty. At this point, I'm almost done, and I'm just continuing to admire what I've done. Honestly, I am impressed by my own work sometimes, and I can't believe that I'm able to do something like this on myself. So that's what I'm doing, and you'll see that I'm starting to smile more throughout the video because I'm just starting to feel myself. Now I'm on my last section, and I'm trying to just map out how do I want to do it. I'm all done. At some point my phone did die, but I kept going because I just had reached flow state at that point. So I did all of those braids. We're going to add a little bit of length to these braids. Before I was just braided with my natural hair. Now I'm going to add some braiding hair to it. I take the braiding hair and I separate it in small sections. And I'm just going to be feeding in the hair to the braids like I would with knotless braids. So you just braid and you add in a piece, and you braid and you add in a piece until you get to the thickness of your liking. I am also using some shine-in jam to help me braid my hair. So this adds a little bit of slickness and moisture to your ends. It just gives the braid a cleaner look overall. Makes it easier to braid it. It's just better when you add a little bit of, gel in with it, braiding gel. Whatever gel of your choice, but I personally like shine-in jam. So I'm braiding. Another thing that you should do is have something good to watch, like on TV, whether it's a movie or binge watch a show. Like, you gotta have something entertaining to watch as you're going through this whole process. Because this did take me a lot longer than I expected. I don't know how long it took me because I was just going. But it did take me a long time, like a couple hours for sure. So I'm watching what I'm watching. I'm braiding. And with that said, I'm all done. I'm liking it. It's really cute. My neck was killing me at that point. But I am so happy with the results. I'm going to give you a close-up of the braids. They're pretty much uniform. They're all the same thickness, very neat. And now it's time for me to go ahead and slick some edges and finish up this look. This came out real cute. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing at this point. Now let's go ahead and add some oil to my scalp. You should also add some foaming gel, some foaming mousse to it if you have some, but I didn't have any. So I just made sure I put some oil on my scalp and on the ends of my natural hair within the braids. And this is just so cute. Like, I'm excited now. And I'm going to give you a look of the back of it. Very neat. It's perfect. It came out perfect. Now for the grand finale, let's add some beads to it. Just because, I mean, I know I'm an adult, but yeah, let's add some beads. Here's another close-up of my hair with my edges done. This is where you want to take your screenshot, send it to your braider. I'm like, these are fire. Clock that tea. So let's add some braids. I saw a lot of girls doing beads while I was doing my research on what style I wanted to do. For real, I wanted to do some wooden beads. But I couldn't find any wooden beads. Like, I wanted to do wooden beads with maybe like a pop of color and just have it like that. I don't even know what look to describe it. Definitely like a 2000s look. But they didn't have any wooden beads. So I just went in with 7 beads, different colors, different shades at least. And I put it on. When I was younger, I don't remember them having the little beaders or thing that helps you put the beads on. But that was actually really helpful. So I am excited at this point, and I'm adding all of the beads to it. This would be a perfect look for a vacation. Summer, spring, it's just giving all of those type of vibes. For each braid, before I put the rubber band on, I measure it against each other to make sure they're the same length or about the same length. So before you put the rubber band on, you just want to hold it up next to each one. And that's really, really cute. Now I'm just putting on some lip gloss to see like the full effect of it, you know. It was late at night, so I didn't want to go ahead and do like a full makeup look, but I wanted to throw some lip gloss on and some earrings just to really get, you know, just to really get in my bag. Just to really see like what is this gonna look like when it all come together, because it was already like, I loved it already. Certain color combos I like more than others, like the pink and blue one that I'm giving you a close-up of. And then this is the full look of them. These braids actually did really long. And this is a close-up of the beads. A close-up of my hair again. Last but not least, just cut off the excess braid. This was another cute one, multicolored, very cute. Y'all, I really enjoyed making this video. I enjoyed doing this hairstyle. I hope I gave y'all some ideas of what you can do. Make sure once again that you like and subscribe. And that's going to be everything for today's video. Until next time, bye.